Hello everyone. So lately I've been working on Metaphysics video for Legend of Zelda. Been kind of at a standstill with that. Don't know really how to structure it. So I kind of, writer's block basically. So I kind of shifted my focus over to Kingdom Hearts. And now, thanks to Kingdom Hearts, I think now I know how to structure that video. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of give you a quick rundown of this. I'm going to try to make this stream as quick as possible because the last time the internet kept going out and a whole bunch of other issues, including the dog. Links in the description below. And the final video will be much better than this, but this is going to be a quick and dirty. So I've been getting footage, getting pics, getting footage to get pics, looking up a lot more, and as you can see, I got a lot much more done. This is actually my second script. Now I'm going to be reading through this script, and I can tell you a lot better. The final version is going to be a lot better than this. As you can see towards the end, I'm still kind of finishing the Kingdom Hearts 3 section, the Kingdom Hearts 4 section. Any extras that I don't know where I'm going to put elsewhere, but still ties into the stuff with this video will go here. And then the TLDR will... Oh, sorry about that. I accidentally hit the microphone. The TLDR will be all of the bulletin points throughout the entire video condensed down into a, well, too long didn't read. And then, of course, the outro. Well, anyway, let's get started. So, first of all, I got the toy box fight intro with Xehanort saying you were so caught in darkness you forgot light creates darkness line. Sora says... make this a short montage with also Xehanort talking to Mom saying, Master of Masters. Wow, I should have capitalized both M's. Xehanort talking to Sora's mom. Okay. Can't let false light dictate. Okay. So, Sora is fated to fight Kairi and Riku, and there's been many times foreshadowed before in some things tie into metaphysics too, but it relates to light, darkness, and the nobodies, the concept of life, death, and afterlife, and even leads to Kingdom Hearts 4 and the overall plot of the Lost Masters arc. I mean, he already has a few times, even as nobody has on his Road to Dawn. What? I mean, he already has a few times, and even his nobody has on his Road to Dawn. Wow. Yeah, see what I mean? See what I mean? I need to do much better at this. Anyway, like I said, I'll finalize it. Basically, this intro is just basically kind of getting to the vibe of Sora's always fated to fight, Sora's fated to fight Kairi and Riku in the Lost Master arc because, well, it just kind of seems like Sora's going to fall to darkness because everything kind of points to that and foreshadows, and that's what this entire video is pointing to. But it's also going to give details of metaphysics, kind of also giving evidence pointing towards why he's going to go dark. And it also kind of gives some insight lore to how the universe works, which apparently this right here I think is actually wrong, and it's because of these... Nope, come on. Where is it? Soul and spirit. Concepts of spirit and soul often overlap, which I think is what happened here, because it says the soul along with the body and heart, whereas the soul is the heart. I'll get to why I think that in a minute. Anyway, in Kingdom Hearts 1, we see Sora obtain the Keyblade from Riku's light, and Riku's entire journey throughout the entire first few games is literally the road to dawn. This scene right here. I'd play it, but whatever. We'll get to the final video when you want to see that. Anyway, in the entire saga, in the game you fight Riku multiple times, trying to save him from his darkness. So I think the Lost Seeker saga is going to be parallel to that. Darkness is going to try to save Sora from the light and bring him back. Kind of in equilibrium, light versus darkness, but you can't have one without the other. You have to have both. I mean, anyway, Sora looking for Riku after the events of the first game. Riku is going to be, well, I mean, Melody of Memory, Kingdom Hearts 3. They go looking for Sora at the very end because he's missing, just like how Riku was missing. Kairi's even helping in Melody of Memory. Okay, So how is a Heartless created? It's probably a lot more in depth than this when it came to Ansem and Xanor's experiments, but later by Kingdom Hearts 1, darkness creeps into your heart, which is the soul, and it's filled with our memories, emotions, light and dark, and can survive physically into the afterlife. When the heart and soul is corrupted by darkness, dark matter, which dark energy in physical cosmology is an unknown form of energy that affects the universe on the largest scales, which is considered space, which actually might be considered space itself, the vastness of space. Keep that in mind, because I mean, we explore that in Kingdom Hearts, the entire franchise, in the Gummy Ship. Anyway, when the heart and soul is corrupted by darkness. Now, when I put heart and soul here, I meant them as one being, so I made that. Anyway, when the heart and soul, existing as one, and the spirit, I should add the spirit because the spirit too, is mass and create a Heartless and search for more hearts to devour. What's left behind? The body without memories or spirit. A nobody, Roxas. And where did he live? Twilight Town. And what do nobodies crave? Okay. So this next part I'm going to have to fix because right here, the body without memories or spirit. Actually, no, just the body, because I could tell you the spirit actually is the Heartless. The spirit is a substance that, well, like you saw on this page over here. In some belief systems, the spirit may separate from the body upon death and remain in the world in the form of a ghost, i.e. a manifestation of the spirit of a deceased person. The concepts of spirit and souls often overlap, and some systems propose that both survive bodily death. So basically, what's left behind? Just the body by itself, because the spirit turned into darkness and corrupted the heart and devoured it. And the heart went to the end of the world to create Dark Kingdom Hearts. That's pretty much what happens. And that's why a Heartless hunts other hearts to capture them. And the heart they hold is not actually their own heart, it's other people's hearts captured, which is, again, a container for memories and emotions and stuff. And that's what nobodies crave, is emotions. They too want hearts. So it's not just Heartless that want hearts. Nobodies want hearts. They want their emotions back and all that again. They want their soul again. They're a body. And their spirit and their soul slowly comes back to them. Not their original ones. They slowly grow new ones. That's why Roxas becomes Roxas and isn't Sora anymore. So, the soul is the heart in the Kingdom Hearts universe. The spirit is the vital principle or animating essence within humans, or in some views, all living things. Although views of spirit vary between different belief systems, when spirit is contrasted with the soul, the spirit is often seen as a basic natural force, principle, or substance. Spirit is often seen as a basic natural force or substance, whereas the later is used to describe the organized structure, the later being the soul. I need to actually add that. Is used to describe the organized structure of, an individual being's consciousness and humans, including personality, memories, emotions. The concepts of spirit and soul open up. Yeah, the thing I read down there a lot. So we'll skip that part. Basically an echo of what once remained. So, a Heartless is a spirit made manifest, born from darkness in its heart. A ghost if it became a physical creature due to the leftover anger and hate and greed left in your heart. A Heartless devours light, so what's left? Darkness, which is all the negative emotions and memories. It's why they search for more hearts. Nobodies are very similar to this because they too search for hearts, their emotions, memories, everything that once made them who they were. They want that back. Again, like I said earlier, I'm just reading what's in my notes script. I don't remember where this was going to be, so I'm just going to probably have to move that or take that out or try to figure out where exactly that is. This is why you proofread in more than one thing. So, in 358 days, Roxas has to fight his best friend Shion and Axel in KH2, leaving them behind to disappear in the end, mirroring the end in Kingdom Hearts 3. But what about Birth by Sleep? See, again, the story of Kingdom Hearts 358 kind of mirrors what happens in Sora's ending and what's possibly gonna have to happen. Good becomes bad, bad becomes good. So, birth by sleep. That's an interesting case. So, I'm gonna hope to go ahead and get the alchemy stuff back up, because oh boy. Oh no, he's talking about alchemy again. So, anyway, birth by sleep is an interesting case because it follows similarities to alchemy, cosmology, astrology, and metaphysics, including the chess room in Kingdom Hearts 3 and Union Cross and Dark Road. So I'll keep it brief, but in alchemy we know of the 3 primes. The soul, spirit, and body. Just ignore those. Those don't really have to relate right now. Just the soul, spirit, and body. So, as mentioned previously, is the heart, the nobody, and Heartless, made manifest. So there's also elements. Well, birth by sleep doesn't have fire that I can think of right off the top of my head. Like I said, it's got to proofread, you got to kind of think some things through, but it does have earth, which is Terra, fire, which is not fire, air, which is Ventus, and water, which is Aqua. And light and darkness, which is Square Enix, Ericus, and Xehanort. And then you have a hint of death, which we'll get into him quite soon. But Vanitas is the genre of art which uses symbolism to show the transience of life, the futility of pleasure, and the certainty of death. And I'll get to him very soon. But light and darkness can also be yin and yang, which I'll be getting to that soon as well. Cool. I love that. There it is, right there. I love that. I can't find it. Light and darkness can also be yin and yang, and we see this happen multiple times with Xehanort fighting Terra, Aqua fighting Ven, when he's taken over by Vanitas and he's become Vanitas. I guess that's what people call him. And of course, Ericus versus I almost called him Square again. Ericus. So we see this happen multiple times in the entire series. The old man split the light and darkness in Ventus to create Vanitas, which again means death, which I never mentioned that before there, so I'll get to that in a moment. Did I really just say all that without... Okay, anyway, point is, everyone gets taken over and turns to the dark side. And we don't exactly see it in Birth by Sleep, but Aqua does as well. Whew. Well, they're all best friends, too. I'm seeing a pattern here. Anyway, onto the game that makes absolutely no sense, and instead of starting talking about that game, I'm just going to start talking about Hermeticism. Hermeticism. Okay, maybe I did pronounce it right. I don't know, maybe I did. Okay, so anyway, in Alchemy and Hermeticism, Chaos, which, if you played Dissidia, Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise, I assume, and Final Fantasy 1, or any of them really, that has Chaos in it. Chaos is considered the light of the soul by the will of the triune God, made all earthly things appear from the primal chaos, as told by the alchemist Paracelsus, which is what his dad is named after. That's an actual alchemist, actually, which is actually pretty cool, which is actually right there. So, it is also considered the prima materia, or first matter, which would be... right, the prima materia. Where's the prima materia at? Prima materia. Right there, prima materia. Okay. So, it is the primitive, formless base of all matter similar to chaos. The quintessence or aether, historic alchemists describe the prima materia using simile and compare it to concepts like the anima mundi, which the anima mundi is going to sound very familiar for all of us Kingdom Hearts fans. World soul. What's the soul again? The heart? The heart of a world? Yeah. So, aether is one of the elements alongside fire, earth, water, and air. It's the fifth element. And as I mentioned before, this aether is flowing through everything. And comparisons have been made to Hyl, the primal fire, Proteus, light, and mercury. Light is in everything, including the anima mundi, which, as I mentioned, would be the world's soul, or the heart of the world, or the heart of all worlds. But this goes bigger in scope. So if all worlds like Destiny Islands, Hella Bastion have a heart that has light within it, and darkness, keep that in mind, a microcosm of that would be the inhabitants of the world's body. Sora, Riku, Kairi, anyone. With a heart and light and darkness within that. The macrocosm would be the world the person inhabits, like, again, Destiny Islands, Toy Box. And that is actually a microcosm inside the vast emptiness of space where Sora and the gang fly the gummy ship. Which, again, as I mentioned over here, is dark energy in the vastness of space. Kind of seeing a pattern here. So, we do know at one point all the worlds were one. Kingdom Hearts, supposedly, was the heart of that world. So the heart was pure light and the surrounding sky was darkness? I don't know if that's the case. Anyway, in metaphysics, alchemy and philosophical... Wow. In metaphysics, alchemy and philosophical cosmology, there is usually a rule of 7 classical planets, which on the alchemy page is right here, that each line up with a planet and element. And cosmological functions of the 7 classical planets were sometimes taken to be analogous to, I totally butchered that word, to the physiological functions of human organs, such as the heart, the spleen, the liver, and the stomach, etc. Anyway, point is, all these components make up a greater whole. I mean, 4 quarters make up a dollar, and 7, well, I'm sure all y'all played it, 7 is everywhere. 7 heroes versus light. 7 heroes versus 7 light. 7 heroes of light versus 13 of darkness. One clash recreates Kingdom Hearts, the light of all worlds. And apparently the first Kingdom Hearts game and the second Kingdom Hearts games were artificial Kingdom Hearts. So, anyway. And as described earlier, when one becomes a Heartless, they also become a nobody in their heart. Their soul, once again, belongs to darkness. So, I was just going to actually include a clip there. I wasn't actually going to voice act that. But I should actually do his voice. I actually love Ansem Seeker of Darkness. I mean, I've only played that game a gajillion times. I mean, darkness is the heart's true essence, along with light. Darkness and light is 2 sides of the same coin. You can't have one without the other. So, if darkness is the heart's true essence, so is light. You have to have a perfect balance. Anyway, darkness is always in one's heart along with the light. You can't have one without the other. Sora says this. I forget exactly what game he says this. I'm pretty sure I recorded it somewhere in here while playing the Kingdom Hearts 3 fight. I was also kind of taking some notes and looking through some stuff, so I'm going to have to look through these later. I'll probably do that after I'm done getting through this. That'll be kind of the after view or whatever. Anyway. They are a balance. We already seen Riku use darkness throughout the series to help the heroes as a warrior of light, while Sora uses light alongside him. We even see Sora, a being of almost pure light, let darkness take over in an anti-enrage form. Yin-yang is the concept of describing opposite but interconnected, mutually perpetuating forces in Chinese philosophy. This can be viewed as light and dark, opposing yet always connected. In Chinese cosmology, the universe creates itself out of a primary chaos of material energy. Taiji is a Chinese cosmological term for the supreme ultimate state of undifferentiated, absolute, and infinite potential. The oneness before duality from which yin and yang originate. The oneness. Keep that in mind. Like, everything is one. All for one, one for all. All is one. Everything became one. So, in the cosmology pertaining to yin and yang, the material energy which this universe was created from is known as qi, or pronounced chi, which qi, mind you, is also derived from feng shui, or universal qi, which now you can see why this is going to help me. This entire section here is actually going to help me with the Zelda Alchemy video. That's why. It's because this actually relates to feng shui. Not the exact same way as Zelda, differently. The same concept strewn across multiple different media throughout a lot of different stuff, and some people don't even realize it all relates to metaphysics, astrology, alchemy, and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. It's all just kind of the same thing, just interpreted differently. This kind of goes same thing with metaphysics between different cultures and religions. Yeah, I mean, you got feng shui, you got Christianity, you got Shintoism. There's so much different stuff. It's so interesting. Anyway, back to this. In Chinese cosmology, which, here, let me quickly get that loaded up real quick. Because Tai Chi was, not Tai Chi, Tai Chi. Where is it? Cool. Can't find it. Haha. Like usual. Anyway. So, which Qi, mind you, is derived from Feng Shui, or universal Qi, is considered to be the cosmic life energy flowing through the planet. Cosmic current. I call it cosmic life energy, but it's Wikipedia calls it cosmic current. But it flows throughout everything. Life, plants, animals, earth, space, stars, all of it. Kingdom Hearts itself would be all these smaller worlds and their hearts combined into one. This is a similar concept to Tears of the Kingdom and how Link is able to use the Ascend power. Dragon Ball Z able to utilize their energy and shoot like Kamehamehas by putting the point into like the palm of their hand. Same with Naruto and his chakra by the Rasengan, or using the hand signs, the Kujikiri, to actually direct the flow of said cosmic current through oneself to manifest it into something. And later in the series with Kaguya on that giant tree. Don't really want to spoil the later part of that. Naruto's pretty good. The concept of Feng Shui, chakra, chi, astrology, all of it, etc., it all ties into metaphysics. This chi, however, how does it relate to yin-yang? In cosmology pertaining to yin and yang, the material energy which this universe was created from is known as chi. It is believed that the organization of this chi in this cosmology of yin and yang is from many things. Included among these forms are humans. Many natural dualities, such as light and dark, fire and water, expanding and contracting, are thought of physical manifestations of this duality symbolized by yin and yang. So, it's also the same color as life as light and dark. I've been saying this throughout this entire video. Within every heart, even if faint, is a little flicker of light. Meaning, regardless of light, you have darkness. Because if it's a little flicker, then a lot of darkness. If it's a big flame, then a little darkness. So, yeah, Kingdom Hearts would, of course, have darkness alongside of light. You need to have a balance. No spoilers for Kingdom Hearts 14. Shadowbringers, Final Fantasy 14. But if you played that, you know this sounds very familiar. In fact, same with the Aether part. Final Fantasy 4. I at least know from Dissidia, I haven't played Final Fantasy 4, but my friend has told me there is very similar concepts to Kingdom Hearts in that when it comes to the light and darkness, so I'm just going to take his word for it. But again, with Cecil, I at least know with Dissidia, he had to have a balance. So, too much of one or other is bad news. You have to have a balance. So, in Dream Drop Difference... Yahoo! What was with that noise? So, in Dream Drop Distance, we see Sora almost fall to darkness. Wow! What's with you misreading that? I need water, Mickey. Whoa! Why? You need to hydrate? Don't make me get Zemnis. No! No! Not again! Ah! In Dream Drop Distance, we see Sora almost fall to darkness while Riku becomes a fellow master of the Keyblade and Warrior of Light, like Aqua. So, hold on, I want to see something. I just want to make sure the video is... No, oh, thank God. It's still going. Whew, okay. We're good. So in Dream Drop Distance, we see Sora almost fall to darkness while Riku becomes a fellow master of the Keyblade and Warrior of Light like Aqua. He also says sleep is the closest thing to death in the realm of death, which, with the spirit being like a ghost, this would make sense with the sleeping worlds. Sleeping worlds are just ghosts. And those inhabitants that were taken by the Heartless. What's actually left in place of the world that was taken? Darkness. And, well, this is where I get into the Kingdom Hearts wiki, because I was kind of confused with something when it came to this world right here, and it actually, I'll get there. Anyway, so what's left? Darkness. I mean, in the very beginning of Kingdom Hearts, oh, look, Mickey, a star is going out, and even, oh, Minnie, I have to leave. All the stars in the night sky are going out. Something's gone wrong. I have to go and figure out what it is. It's okay. I'm kind of ad-libbing it there, but Mickey Mouse basically had a letter to his wife, the Queen Minnie, basically saying the same thing as what you actually see in the Traverse Town cutscene. I would play it again, just trying to get through this as fast as I can. So, what's actually left in place? Just darkness. Which fits with the Prima Materia, Chaos, Quintessence, and Aether, which again relates to Anima Mundi and the World Soul. The heart of each individual world is taken by darkness, while a ghost sleeps in its stead, close to the edge of death, for Sora and Riku to travel to and help wake back up. The power of waking is only to revive a ghost, so one's heart and body can rejoin it. Similar to the process I described earlier with the Heartless, stealing a person's heart and leaving their body behind while they hijack their memories. What happens to the spirit? Becomes a Heartless, ghost made manifest, but once defeated and the heart is released to its body. But what of its ghost? If it's still missing, well, then you have to go and wake it up so its soul can return to its body. That entire section, I'm going to have to definitely reread it, because that kind of, whew, it didn't make sense going through that. Anyway, I assume Destiny Islands at the end of the first game, along with every world inside of the Underworld, is all considered a giant massive Heartless. Colossally big and massive, combined into one monstrosity of world, like a Lovecraftian horror creature, kind of like in Dead Space. I mean, the last fight is a giant Heartless ship created from the Neverland world, but the worlds are still around, and that's why we close the keyholes. So this is where I was kind of confused if it was a sleeping world or not. Well, not the end of the world, but like the worlds inside of the like I was confused. So that's why I decided to look up the Kingdom Hearts wiki, and that's when I noticed it says, End of the world is byproduct of all heartless destructive nature. Upon taking world's heart, a tiny fragment of what is left of that world is sent drifting through the void of space until it eventually meets and merges with the end of the world. Yeah, it's the Flood. It's the Flood from Halo 3. That's what it is. It is in essence a heartless of the destroyed world. So, yeah, I was right there. Boom. In nature, it can be seen as the opposite of the world that never was, which is a similar artificial nobody world without its own heart, which Quadratum would be. The world that never was is heart. Yeah, I'm on to you, Nomura. I'm on to you. So, the nobody, the heartless. So, where's the being of light? Is that what these karma enemies are going to be? Because I guarantee you, karma kind of looks a little bit like that. And on the back of the box, after a long light, weapons have brought great benefits for humanity, but the karma that sleeps in humanity will accelerate further. In the light of the warhead in the night sky, they chase to fight while fueling the pain of their hearts. So, karma. Karma is the Prince, cause and effect. Good deeds and rebirths in the 7 realms of samsara, which is literally a theory of karma, of cycle of death. When related to the theory of karma, it is the cycle of death and rebirth. What happened at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 again? Where's Kingdom Hearts 4 located? The afterlife world? An afterworld? An afterlife? Yeah. That's totally what that's relating to. So, upon taking world's heart attack, fragment is left. Having trouble with the section, so I looked it up. Found the definition on KH Wiki and all sorts of description below. Which, if you can see, you obviously can see them here, so you can just type them in or whatever. But in the actual final video, all of these will actually be in the description, including everything up at this tab right here. Anyway, I'm almost done. Almost done with this part. So again, thanks to the wiki for that out. Since all worlds are tied to this end of the world, that means Destiny Islands, like every world we visit in Kingdom Hearts 1, is still stuck asleep by the time we reach Kingdom Hearts 3 Dream Drop Distance. Maybe not all of them, like I wrote here, but definitely a few of them, because some of them are still asleep because we have to, well, wake them up. And we do that in, well, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, the very first world, which is an interesting case because there's 2 worlds in that game that are from the first game that we have to wake up. Traverse Town and Destiny Islands. The rest are not. Well, technically the Tron world is similar, but it's different, but it's younger or older or something. It's supposed to be the same world, but well, I guess that's 3. Anyway, point is, like I said, gotta finish going through this and working on it. And this is actually to try to help with my writer's block with the other, with the Zelda one. So, the World Tournament in English is called Sekai no Rokoku, or Prison of Worlds. So, again, I think they're locked in a prison of sleep, close to death, because your heart being taken by a giant Lovecraftian creature of darkness probably is the closest thing you're going to get to death before death itself. Because nobody is... wait, nope, that's not... again, thanks to the wiki to find that out. Since all worlds are tied to this end of the world, that means, like Destiny Islands, every world we visit in KH1 is still stuck asleep by the time we reach KH3. Except for certain ones, I guess, or we just haven't visited them yet, and we might in KH4, maybe? I don't know. Only then is that world fully complete once more. Why do they all look similar? Because nobody's supposed to look exactly the same as their sleeping self. Their heartless self, if powerful enough, like Ansem Seeker of Darkness, to when they were whole. Sora and Terranor are outliers. Think Axel, the rest of the normal organization members. However, if one dies, they go to a place called the Final World. And this is kind of where it gets kind of busted up, and I haven't finished it. The Final World... Oh. And in Kingdom Hearts 3, Sora enters the Final World, which, as Chirithy says, the edges of sleep and death touch, and one can't help the occasional crossover. Meaning, soul and spirit, as mentioned earlier, can both survive death in some cultures, meaning Sora just straight up dies in Kingdom Hearts 3 and can't pass on. But, if you already beat the game, or part of the KH theory community, you already knew that. So the Final World, Sora, water, and the dark side water, I still gotta look into that. KH3, remember earlier when I said it's balanced between light and dark, and the key is needed to open it and remake the entire world again. Sounds like the 7 cycles of Samsara Karma, because Xehanort mentioned something about how when he brings back Kingdom Hearts, the blinding light of Kingdom Hearts will remake the world, and it, from scratch, basically just wipe the slate clean. That sounds like the cycle of Samsara, related to the theory of karma and the cycle of death and rebirth. So, dive to the heart is a person diving into one's own heart while sleeping, and as far as the eye can see is darkness. The station, one's memories and light illuminate the dark. And as we know, the realms of death and sleep are so close, they sometimes cross paths and overlap every now and again. Wonder why Sora can see memories in future Princes of Hearts instead of his friends in KH1, though. Perhaps it's due to the Master of Masters and his Codex of Gigas, Book of Prophecies. Oh, wait, yeah. Huh. Oh, right. Okay, no, I know why. Because this is the Kingdom Hearts 3. The Kingdom Hearts 3 section isn't finished yet. Because Kingdom Hearts 3, this is my draft 1, and this is kind of more notes, as you can see. And I kept going up and adding more to it, because my dumbass has just likes to keep adding stuff and doesn't know how to stop, and I keep making these videos way too big, and luckily I'm starting to stream, but nobody ever watches these, because honestly, the final videos were going to be way better than this anyway. So, anyone who wants to check it out, sure, why not? Go ahead, it's cool. But, I'm going to go ahead and finish through this. So, wonder why Sora can see the memories, though? The Codex of Gigas, Book of Prophecies. I'll mention that here in a minute. But TLDR, I'm still going to add a lot more than this. But last point in KH1 intro, the closer you get to the ending, you dive into our heart. Hold on. The last point in KH1's intro, the closer you get to the ending of your dive to heart, the more Sora's inner darkness grows. That's also foreshadows Sora's future of the series. Sora, you will be the one who will open the door. Now, Nomura told us that Mickey said that. I, however, think that will be retconned to someone else, maybe, because Sora getting closer to light and his darkness grows, and we proceed to see him go through so much trauma and just so much crap. Yeah, I think he's going to darkness. I think he's fallen to darkness. Everything leads back to Sora. Refer to the intro of how this video started. Sora says to himself, "You forgot the light that casts darkness." And then Xehanort or the Master of Masters, while talking to each other, one of them says, "We can't let false light dictate the future," or something like that. I gotta rewatch that cutscene. And this is, of course, the rest of the outro. Wow, it took me learning metaphysics to figure out Kingdom Hearts, or rather I used Kingdom Hearts to help learn metaphysics, and if you'd like me to go more in-depth in some of the alchemy, cosmology, astrology, etc. in the Kingdom Hearts series, let me know in the comments below. And if you like this content and are also a Zelda fan, then I also recommend you check out this video, which blah 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 blah. I am glad, though, that I can look at this entire series back as a kid using all this newfound knowledge and just, being an adult and just being like, oh, wow, there was a lot more in-depth lore to this series than I ever thought possible. Holy crap. Anyway, so this is going to be the section that I want to add to the Kingdom Hearts 3 section, and this is kind of where a good chunk of today went. So, the Oath Keith and Oblivion shot like in Kingdom Hearts 3 looks like the galaxy, which again looks like metaphysical celestial spheres, which, yeah, kinda, a little bit. Which also, if you've played Tears of the Kingdom, you'd know that the White Lotus also has something to do with rebirth and like the karmic 7 cycles of rebirth and stuff like that. I'll type it in real quick. Where's King of Light? Let's see. Could swear it had something to do with rebirth or something. Like I said, I'll have to do some more research. But anyway, the reason why I bring that up in celestial spheres, particularly those two, is in the toy box world, I noticed this. Where is it? So, celestial spheres, galaxies, light and darkness, that's microcosm, macrocosm. That's why I brought that up. This is an interesting thing. I'll be bringing that up with the mall. The toy box level is just so detailed with lore that went over a lot of people's heads. Oh, there it is. White Lotus everywhere with circles, which, again, if it's for meditation, heavily in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but it also relates to, as well, celestial spheres and the King of Light. And this is on the top floor, towards heaven, where Yazora's Verum Rex game is. The night sky, the door's closed. Night sky. It has a character that looks like Scold. Definitely should go check out my actual video on my channel. Because, whew, you would be intrigued. Here, this video right here. Selfless plug, but I don't care. It's not really about it. This one right here. I had no idea what I was walking into with that video, but holy crap did I find more about this area. So, toy box. So Sora may or may not turn evil. Could just be foreshadowing. Master of Masters being Sora from another world line that fell to darkness, or Sora will follow a similar path but may be saved before the end of the saga. In Zora fight, when you lose, he says, "I will save you." That's definitely a hint towards something like that. Toy box also has, I already mentioned that. Toy box boss also looks like a spaceship in the Verum Rex trailer and has tessellation. I'll mention the tessellation in a little bit. Basically, it's DNA. That's what this is. And the pattern we mostly see in Kingdom Hearts is this, which also we see it in Final Fantasy. Now, we see it with the tessellation shielding around the boss. We see it also on a whole bunch of different machinery. The Gigas, which, yeah, there's a reason why I'm mentioning the Gigas right here, over here. Toy boxes in Quadratum, even Woody says so, and then says, "Follow our hearts, we'll find Annie." Andy, Kingdom Hearts trailer says something, I'll show that in a minute. But basically tessellation, something to do with DNA. Now that's not the only time we see tessellation either. We also see tessellation. This is Kingdom Hearts 2. 4 elements, Aether, and tessellation, aka DNA. Spirit energy, so maybe cosmic energy throughout the land. But this is where he manufactures artificial Heartless. So that's interesting. Another angle. And as we can see, artificial hearts. So that's interesting. Heart of a world. Microcosm, macrocosm, which also mirrors the Vitruvian Man, being a microcosm of the universe. I assume this would probably be dark energy? Or vacuum energy? One of the two? I'm not entirely sure about that. But again, more tessellation, more DNA related tessellation, because that's what tessellation is related to, is DNA. See? So, that's interesting. Again, Roxas is twilight, the twilight road to nightfall. Roxas is Sora's nobody. So if Sora's nobody is the twilight road to nightfall, while Riku is the road to dawn, yeah. Also, this is a crappy version. I got a much better version here. Somewhere. Few alchemical symbols. Triangles with triangles inside it. But we also see a better one. I don't have it open. But I do have it right here. Merlin's an alchemist. He also might be Da Vinci. He might be Da Vinci. But astrology? Oh yeah, he's an alchemist. An astrologist. I feel like Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. So, in Verum Rex's trailer, again, same pattern. Then I mentioned the final boss of Kingdom Hearts 3. Not Kingdom Hearts 3, but like the, Toy Box world. This area? Nope. This one. Nope. This one. Nope. Where is it? Here. There we go. No. Right before that one. Here. There we go. Tesselation, which, okay, fair enough. That looks like the shield from the actual shield thing. Okay, fair enough. But he lifts everything up. Just like the Verum Rex trailer. And then it turns into that pattern, which also resembles... No, where is it? That. Which is, again, celestial spheres, but religious interpretation versions. Which, again, it's circling. Which this could be like a realm of between things in betwixt, and that could actually be her going into the final world. And then, of course, the inside of his looks like a macrocosm of the universe, or a galaxy. Again, the celestial sphere, kind of like that. I'm insane. They're all circles, just like that. I'm insane. Or, there's a lot of similarities. But that's a little too close to that giant robot thing lifting things up. Yes, I modded the game so I could get a lot of this footage. I needed it fast, and I needed a free cam quick. My PS4 doesn't have any of the save data anymore. I accidentally wiped it. That was my own stupidity. But with that, I think I'm going to mention this. Because that was all about this. So Verum trailer looks like celestial religious. I already mentioned that. Back of the box also mentions Tesselation, truth, king, which crown, key, the hand of mysteries. This is relating to alchemy, by the way. So light, dark. Oh boy, karma, heart, light. Yeah, the back of the box to Verum Rex, mind you. Which, go ahead and, you know what? I'll just click it right now. Just to quickly show you what I mean. See, Tessellation's here. There's this text here. And of course, text here. Heart, King of Truth. Truth is also an alchemy related thing because people are trying to figure out the truth of the universe. Whew. Wait till you get to the heaven, purgatory. No, not purgatory. Heaven, earth, hell. Yeah, this area is hell, alright, if you're playing on critical mode. I'll get to that in a moment. So the store where the doll fight is at a closed-off door of the night sky, which Yozora translates to night sky according to Nomura. Doll fight foreshadows descent to what if we forget ourselves and attack our friends? If the Master of Masters is Sora, that would indeed be the case. See, may the doll actually for their evidence. Okay, so three-eyed green aliens after being rescued say Nirvana. Another reference to Samsara. Nirvana actually relates to, see, right here, Nirvana. Boom, Nirvana. Relates to Samsara. I don't remember them ever saying Nirvana in the movie, Toy Story. Maybe they did. I could be completely wrong about that. Anyway, Sora's called the False Light. I already mentioned that a gajillion times. Gigas also has an ability called something Magnesis. I don't remember the exact name, but it's when you're doing the green boxes in the thing leading up to the final fight. This area. Oh, not that area. Huh. Yeah, that. That's Magnesis. So that's why I brought up the Wuxing image. Wuxing image. Whatever it's called. This. Metal. Magnesis. The four elements, but instead of aether, it's metal. Magnesis. Kind of thought of that with Breath of the Wild. But it fits in perfectly here, too, with the Gigas. Especially with the this right here. The code Gigas. The Codex Gigas. Wow, I wrote it wrong. Manuscript is also known as the Devil's Bible. So, it's a manuscript. Oh. There's a reason why that there. This is on the top floor, and it looks like Traverse Town, right? What's the image of that? Sora. With what could be white, a crown, or a white lotus, which again, King of Light. A crown. And what looks like Traverse Town. Color me surprised and intrigued. Toy Box Store also has Sky, Soil, Water, and Supreme, which is fire. All four elements, which was that one that I showed you right here. Nope. Nope. What are you doing? That's a smaller display. The biggest display is on the bottom floor, the devil. Bottom floor. Gigas. The biggest display of Gigas is on the floor. The bottom floor. Of 3. Heaven, earth, and then hell. Yeah. The mall has to be 3 layers. And the top layer has an alien, which some religions consider angels. Yeah, right here. Sky, soil, water, and fire. I mean, you zoom in on this, you'll see it's fire. I might have gotten an actual image of that. I might have to get another one later. Anyway, 4 elements plus aether, which could be tessellation, the DNA of one's soul, I guess, if we're going Gurren Lagann. The Codex Gigas in medieval times, a manuscript detailing all human knowledge, which was helped written by Lucifer, a deal with the devil. And we also know the devil fell from heaven, the source of light, into the depths of darkness. And who has the Book of Prophecies again? The top of the mall is where the night sky is, the heavens. The middle of the mall would be our layer, Earth, because of the 4 elements that those monstrous monsters represent. Food in the rest area, and heart monitors. I don't remember where that's at, but yeah, there's like heart monitors in the food court, which is a little weird. Trying to find it. Huh. That's like the save icon for Final Fantasy VII. Anyway, I'll have to find that elsewhere. I'm not sure about the battle source, but basically indicates life on ours. Like life on our planet. Especially around food. Source of like sustenance. Yeah, that makes sense. Then the bottom floor, which was me getting my ass handed on critical mode. And of course the Gigas being a reference to the book, which is right here. Which also has some celestial circles with 4 on each side, which could be representing each element with the one in the middle. I'm not entirely sure though. I'm just interpreting it just on design alone. So all toys on the upper floors and this floor as well, including dinosaurs, are from North America, detailing when they were and found after death. Like I said, that's a long shot. But the bottom floor has pretty much everything from the top 2 floors. As if it's the underworld. You know, as if all of them went to the underworld, and the aliens could be a reference to the angels taking souls to the afterlife as well. Just like the trailer for Verum Rex. Like, the whole trailer of Verum Rex and the mall are a representation of the afterlife and the 3 planes: heaven, hell, and earth.